Hello friends! Today is the first day of the 12 Days of Yule challenge. So today's topic is a tradition or ritual or, let's see, how did she actually put it? Share a solstice ritual or tradition. So let's get into it. Of course, as soon as I say let's get into it, my neighbor starts using power tools. We will see how long that goes on and how loud it is. Okay, it stopped. So, winter solstice traditions. And he's back. Well then. I may need to come back in a few minutes and try again. Okay, it is now several hours later and there are no more power tools going off in my neighbor's yard. So, winter solstice traditions. I was raised in a family that is very Christian. So the solstice was not a particularly important day for us. And I've been asking around, talking to friends and family to find out what some of their thoughts about what a good winter solstice ritual or tradition might be. So I'm going to share a few things that were shared with me, and I think that'll be it. So from one friend who, I forget exactly where she's from. She moved around a lot, so I don't know which specific location this is from. But she talks about when she was young, the community would all get together and they would talk about how they have grown throughout the year. The keynote here was that the individual doesn't talk about how they themselves have grown. The people around them tell them how they've grown. Observe what has changed and how they have become a better or a stronger or a more fill in whichever appropriate adjective person. And it was to help them see themselves as they were seen externally. Another friend, this one my cousin told me about, would walk in the woods and leave seeds / appropriate food items for the wild animals she had seen throughout the year, to give thanks for them sharing joy with her as she witnessed their lives throughout the year. She also would set up lights and heaters in her yard so that there would be places for the wildlife to shelter on the darkest day of the year, which I think is just lovely. There's also the tradition of Yule logs, where you burn an appropriate log in a fire. There's several traditions that do this. I personally haven't done it. Still researching that one because I know it's a thing, but I don't know anyone who personally does it like year to year. My cousin who was talking about it said that the woman who shared their traditions, in addition to doing the Yule log, would sit as the log was burning and write down all of their desires for the coming year, all of the things that they regretted about the previous year, and then keep it as a remembrance of the transition from one year to the next, to track and see, did her regrets change? Did her desires change? And how so? And then one that I've been thinking through for myself of what I would like to do when I have like a group of people to actually do a solstice celebration or a solstice ritual with. Because it is the darkest night. It is the day with the shortest amount of light in the entire year. It is easy in our modern era to despair about things. and to think we have to hoard that which we know, that which we understand, and not share our light and knowledge, our share of ourselves. I know I am guilty of this as well. So I was thinking that with your chosen group of people, everyone has a candle, preferably something like a long taper candle that you'd then be able to set down afterwards. And whoever is leading the ceremony starts by lighting the candle in their hand. And then they use it to light the candle next to them. And that person then lights the candle next to them, and that person down the line until everyone's candle is lit. And discuss about how the candle that lights another candle doesn't lose any of its own light, but it ignited a light for someone else. So I'm still thinking about this and how when all of the candles are lit, you go from a single point of light to enough light for everyone to see, and it just enhances the whole. So those are just some thoughts about winter rituals, about solstice rituals, because, like I said, it's not something that was big in my family growing up. So I've just kind of thought off the cuff what I could share. And that's going to be it. Until next time, walk in the light, my friends.